was crazy. All right, FTE swap, where were we at? We left you with last episode. We're about to fire the thing up. There's a few more odds and ends to finish off, a bit more wiring and stuff to do. If you haven't seen the last episode, I'll drop it down below in a link in the description there. Go watch that before you continue on this one. But I'm gonna wind the clock back a little bit just now because there's been a big change to the look of this thing. Now, if you haven't guessed already, that's a set of wheels and tires. But before we get to that, I want to take the opportunity while the wheels are off to do the brake upgrade. Now, I want to do this on most four drives that I work on, and especially if you've done an engine conversion. So I've installed the Bendix Ultimate Brake Upgrade Kit. Now that gives you a slotted vented rotor and also some new ceramic pads to match. Now that'll improve that stopping force and handle the extra weight and the extra power, because when you upgrade the engine or do an engine conversion, it's obviously for more power. So more power, you're going faster, and you need to be able to stop quicker as well. Alrighty, wheels and tires. Now, to be honest, this has changed the whole look of this car. James wasn't sure about the burgundy color. He wanted to sort of Raptor line it and that, but once we got these things on, they looked absolutely amazing. But I want you to comment down below, do you reckon it should change the color or pretty much keep it maroon? I think this is growing on me, I love it. Anyway, what do we got here? So, rims, we've gone with the Fuel Crush. They're the Fuel Crush, full aluminium. They're a 17 by 9 inch. Neg 12 offset, I'm pretty sure, and they're a direct bolt up to the 105, so they're a 5 stud, don't need to bore the sanders or anything, they go straight on. And then we've wrapped them in the Black Bear mud terrain, so they're the same tyres that I'm running on my car, obviously without the white riding, because I've done that myself. But James pretty much just wanted a real good all-round tyre. So these have been really good on my car, and he's gone the same on his. So the same size, they're a 12.5 inch wide, 35 inch tyre. And it's really set this thing off because it already has a 2-inch lift. I'm not sure what's in it. It's a bit of a mix up of different bits and pieces. I think it's a factory shocks, and the guy who owned it before, James, just pretty much put 2-inch springs in it. But it really fits nice, and they're absolutely flush with the guard. So the offset's perfect. We kind of jagged that. They sit really nice. So whack them on, change the whole look of the car.
Well, it was time to get hooking into this thing. The car isn't going to run on its own. While James was seeing how many mates he could get around to help put this bar on.
4 hours later.
Literally. I had to do some paint repairs to make the car look schmicko.
Alrighty folks, from last episode we have a few things to announce, obviously starting with the little mullet challenge. Now you guys absolutely smashed that. Within the first 24 hours we got those 5,000 likes, which means I will be shaving a mullet into my head. Now, because of the old recording schedule, the way that things are kind of filmed ahead of time, you'll probably see that, I reckon, in the second episode of the 80 series build coming up. So it will be within this month sometime, that mullet will be happening, but for me, I'm probably gonna get it done this weekend. So, happening very soon. The second thing is the Pit Viper giveaway. I've got a signed pair of pitties, and I did pick a comment at random, and it is a cracker. The winner of these sunnies is to Jesse Dean. Now, he had a cracker. The most bogan thing is doing a skid in your VL Combi with the Southern Cross sticker on the back window with all your mates cheering you on because you have a dart hanging out of your mouth in your red flannel and your mullet flying in the wind. I don't think you can get more Aussie bogan than that. Absolute cracker, Jesse. So send me a message on Instagram if you can, and I'll be sending those out to you. Oh, and speaking of Pit Viper, check this out. They did send me a message. I know a few of you guys, when I put that post up saying, let's get sponsored by Pit Viper, you guys actually went to the extent of messaging them on Instagram, and I think it paid off because I got a message back saying, crikey, from the official Vit Viper's page, Vit Piper, Pit Viper, that's what it's called. I think we can send you a few pairs. You guys are repping it out there. LMK, I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means. A good email and shipping address if you're interested. So how's that? We'll see what happens there. I don't know if I actually get a few pairs, but if I do, I'm definitely going to be doing some more giveaways. So that's pretty exciting as well. The last little thing, the giveaway for this week is a cracker as well, a real rare opportunity. On the 13th of February, I'm heading out to Power Play down at the Queensland Raceway. Now, if you are a local Queenslander, you can enter this competition. All you're going to do is comment down below and let me know that you want to enter. And the winner at random, I will give a hot lap around the Queensland Raceway at Powerplay. I've got our VIP pass there, so you can jump in as a passenger and we get to rip around the track for a few laps. So how's that for an awesome prize? All you gotta do is comment down below and let me know you want to enter, but remember, you must be in Queensland because obviously we can't get you out from another state for that day only. But if you do want to make sure you increase your chances, I'll be running the same competition on Instagram and Facebook as well coming this week. So you can pretty much have 3 chances to enter because I'll be picking someone from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to go for a hot lap. So other than that, good luck. Alrighty, now where are we at? Now the last episode at the end we were talking about putting in the BCDC charger. Now I had to pull a pin on that because the design I was going with, oh here it is, I had a bracket which went nicely right here or somewhere there, like that. But plans have changed there because we got to put the intercooler in. Now the intercooler is coming early next week and apparently this has to change here because that's where it ends up. So I've had to move it and I've ended up putting it near the battery box. So for now I've just kind of double-sided tape stuck it on the front of the battery there to get a bit of airflow and a rough idea of where it's going to be. Until we know how the airbox is going to sit, I may tweak the position of that, but where it's sitting is pretty good for now. And I've just gone up and done pretty much all the wiring, just left the ends to do the actual hook the batteries up. And then that's all up and running, all the fuses are in and everything. I've also done a bit more of just finishing things off. Now we've got a bunch of hoses arrived, we've got the radiator hoses on, I put some radiator coolant in there as well, and then we've also put the engine oil in, very important. Hooked up all the starter motor. I've had to change and drill out a couple of the fittings on that to make it work. I did actually do a little test run and plug in the batteries and crank it, and the starter motor did kick over for like a split second, so we know that's all working. What we're going to do now, I mean, windscreen's getting installed on Sunday, so that's a couple of days away, so that's the next sort of thing that we're going to, it's the next sort of roadblock until this thing is drivable. So that's happening on the weekend. Between now and then, I'm just going to sort out a few little bits and pieces, pretty much just keep connecting things up. There's a whole lot of just loose connectors, loose hoses, it's just going right through the whole thing, making sure it's all hooked up. Hopefully the intercooler rock up, so we'll hook that in early next week. Windscreen goes in on Sunday, and then pretty close to firing it up. Alrighty, more parts have arrived. This is one of the last things to chuck on, which is the intercooler. And this is from a bloke called Johnny Tig. Now, they don't actually make many factory intercoolers for these conversions, obviously not being a factory motor, but he was able to knock something up for James. Now, he's organised this, I think it's somewhere in Queensland, I'm not too sure, but it was supplied with the intercooler and a bunch of hosing as well, which I haven't opened yet, but we'll get to that. Now, chucking it in, I've already pulled all the front end off. The last little bit is to get this little section here off. And then it's just a case of cutting a couple of holes. There's a whole lot of brackets and mounts supplied to make the thing fit. And then it'll fit nice and snug in there and pretty much ready to fire it up after that.
Now, being one of the first intercoolers Johnny has done for one of these FTE conversions in the 105s, there was a couple of little cuts I had to make through that front radiator section to let the pipes pass through, but other than that, it was a smooth install.
Alrighty, we are getting very close to firing this thing up for the first time. But before we go ahead and fire the thing up, I'm just going to add in one of these Ryco catch cans. Now, it's very important, especially with these older diesels, to install one of these catch cans because the recirculation of the oil back into your intake, especially with the new intercooler going in, can clog up the system. And the longevity of an engine like this, you want to make sure that it's nice and healthy, breathing that clean air. So what this does is filter out that oil that gets recirculated back into your intake and keeps the thing nice and healthy. Actually, I'm going to let you do it. It's your car.
Oh no.
Why do you look nervous?
I'm so nervous. I'm shitting myself.
It's the, I think it's a primer for the brake booster. Oh my God! Straight away! Oh, that's instant.
Shit.
Right, grab that.
No way!
That thing just started straight away.
Yeah!
So now we just want to check things like coolant, because I put the new coolant in, new radiator, make sure that's topped up. Also oil, there's an oil in there, but now it goes into the filter and all that. Check all the levels. And I think I bled the clutch, it might move. That's the next thing. So good.
Give the car's flagging his tail. That's sick. Look at that. Hey, look.
Yeah, for some reason that won't turn off. I don't know why. Wiring issue.
Super happy. Look at that raggy boy. Woo.
Dude, that it fired straight away.
Bull stand on so I can see what I'm doing.
Well, we should whack that on, put the bonnet on, you can drive us home.
Hey Ash, I'm home.
Dude, that'd be sick. It's gonna look rad going down the road.
Oh, hello. Hello, scrub. Scrubby. Nothing to run away. Move! Move! So as a last little pinch, we decided to crack on and get some of the bar work on to get this thing ready to drive on the street, but it was getting late and it was a week leading up to Christmas. So we're going to check in again after the new year, see how we've got on with it.
Alrighty, so here it is now. It's been probably a few weeks since I've seen the thing, but James over Christmas has finished off some of the odds and ends. He's got the tent on there, got the interior back together. Oh, well, what else have you done? Yeah. Oh, you fixed the scrub on the tyres, hopefully.
Got close.
Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the new windscreen banner, it's a bit of a prototype, but comment down below what you reckon of it. I don't know if I should bring it out or not, but if there is enough interest, I'll definitely track that on the website. But GoPros are hooked up, ready to go. Let's jump in, take it for a drive. Alrighty, the big rig, diesel life. You know, I've always been against these. Well, not against them, but I just rip them out of every car I own. So we'll see how we go. The FTE, apparently one of the nicest ones you can put in a cruiser, so we'll see how it goes. Oh my God, that clutch is amazing. I sometimes forget how bloody dual clutchy and aggressive mine is, hey?
Everyone says mine's heavy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, the pedal's heavy, but...
That's good though.
Whoa! Oh! Listen to that whistle. You got short legs or something?
Long torso, short legs.
So obviously this motor is completely stock. It's just the FTE, so there's plenty of room to go if later on James wants to do some turbo modifications, a bit of a tune in that, but for now, it's just one of those reliable tours to cruise around the country. How's it been treating you the last few weeks with like over Christmas and that? Have you done a bit of driving or?
A little bit of driving, it's been good.
Yeah.
Just doing a bit of a shakedown before we take it anywhere. And
yeah.
So far so good, and before you know it, we'll be off and out. It's got a good note to it, that exhaust.
It does sound good.
Yeah, it's not too
so
bad.
it's just straight through, obviously the fat pipes guys put a straight through 3-inch system in. Straight off the dump pipe, that was the only thing that was custom, but other than that it's basically a 105 system and it sounds amazing out the back. It's like proper, any 6-cylinder diesel just sounds like a truck. I love it. It feels factory. I reckon we did a good job.
Doesn't feel too bad
Doesn't feel like it's been modified a heap. It's like it came with this engine.
It's stable, it's not shaky.
You know what, I reckon this thing's feeling that good. It's time to take it off-road. I reckon we're straight to the beach. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Get out of here.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, here we are. We're on the beach. How good was that? We're down at DI, giving it a bit of a shakedown run. We'll see how we go, but already it feels amazing in the sand. So let's go enjoy the day a bit. First time on the beach.
How good?
How does it feel? Actually, James drove it in here, so.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Needs more power.
It needs more power. Look, I will say if James ever does any turbo upgrade or a dyno tune or whatever, we'll obviously do another episode on the channel, but for now, we just want to get the thing running, make sure it's reliable. We're going to do a trip very soon, which will be on the channel, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, yeah, definitely keep up, and there'll be some mods coming for sure, don't you reckon? You can't just keep it like this.
Hell no.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not.
Enjoy the day, eh?
All right, let's do it.
Guys, if you like this video, make sure to click up here to subscribe to the channel. Click over here for our latest merchandise on our website. And down below or to the side, I'm not sure where it is our last episode. If you haven't watched it, click on that to check it out. See you guys.